In today's video, we'll be taking a look at multiple hair transplant journeys from early progress to long-term results across different stages. First, let's take a look at Jatin Prakash, showcasing his 8-month hair transplant results and overall progression.
Today we are excited to share the inspiring journey of a 27-year-old patient who faced Norwood grade 3 baldness, a challenge that affected his confidence at a time in life when looking vibrant and self-assured is so important. He had a receding hairline in a typical M-shaped pattern with sparse growth on the sides of the frontal area and only a few miniature follicles remaining. Thankfully, the rest of his scalp showed healthy hair growth and his donor area was in good condition, making him a great candidate for a hair transplant. Our experts designed a personalized hairline to suit the patient's unique facial structure, positioning it slightly lower in the center and precisely measuring at 7 cm from the glabella point. Additionally, the thinning areas in the frontal area were carefully outlined to ensure a comprehensive restoration plan. During the procedure, our experts implanted single and thin hair follicles in the hairline zone to create a natural look. In the frontal area, double and triple hair follicles were implanted to add volume and density. In this case, a total of 2,900 grafts were implanted, all extracted from the patient's safe donor zone. One month post-transplant, when our patient visited the clinic for his follow-up PRP session, our experts noticed 80% shedding in the transplanted region. In this period, his donor area also healed completely. Two months post-transplant, the shedding phase was still ongoing, with the majority of the transplanted follicles having shed completely. This is a natural part of the process, signaling the follicles are preparing to transition into the growth phase, where new healthy hair will begin to emerge. Four months post-transplant, the follicles had successfully transitioned into the growth phase, with new hairs starting to emerge and grow visibly. These developing strands were becoming stronger and more refined, marking the beginning of a natural and mature appearance. Eight months post-transplant, the results were impressive. His hairline had become well-defined, perfectly framing his facial features and restoring a youthful, natural look. The frontal area had achieved significant volume, with the transplanted and native hairs blending seamlessly for a cohesive and natural finish. transforming his overall appearance and giving him a confident, revitalized look. If this journey has inspired you and you are ready to regain your own confidence and a more youthful look, we would love to help. Book a consultation with our experts today.
Now moving on to Muhammad Irshad, whose 15-month results highlight a more refined and naturally settled appearance.
In today's video, we will be sharing an inspiring journey, a story of transformation, resilience and renewed confidence. Meet our patient who faced the challenges of diffuse grade 6 baldness. His condition led to a completely vanished hairline and sparseness in the frontal area. The mid-scalp and crown were significantly thinned, making him appear older than his actual age. Fortunately, he had a good donor area, providing the healthy follicles essential for a successful hair transplant. After the trichoscopy followed by a hair trim and head wash session, our experts crafted a custom shaped hairline according to the patient's facial features, keeping the hairline slightly lower in the middle and at a precise distance of 7 cm from the glabella point. In addition to the hairline, the remaining recipient area was also outlined. During the procedure, our experts implanted single and thin hair follicles in the hairline zone to create a natural look and avoid any pluggy and unnatural appearance. For the frontal area and mid-scalp, our experts opt for the double and triple hair follicles to add volume and density in these areas. In the crown region, the same follicles were implanted at varying angles to replicate a natural-looking whorl. In this case, a total of 5,000 grafts were implanted, all extracted from the patient's safe donor zone. One month post-transplant, when the patient visited the clinic for his follow-up PRP session, our experts noticed 50% shedding in the transplanted regions, a normal part of the process that typically lasts for 3 to 4 months. During this time, the patient's donor area had also healed completely, showing excellent recovery. Two and a half months post-transplant, our experts noticed 90% shedding in the transplanted region. At the mid-scalp, along with the shedding, existing follicles began to grow. The patient's scalp remained healthy and he was following all aftercare instructions diligently, which is crucial for optimal results. 6 months post-transplant, the hairline began to take shape and the follicles were growing maturely. This was the first glimpse of the growth. As we can see, during this period, the growth was not yet at its fullest because the growth pattern depends on one's genetics. Everyone has a different growth timeline. In some patients, it is visible in the early stages, while in others, it takes more time to achieve a fuller look. "15 months post-transplant, results were amazing as the hairline was completely defined and perfectly framing the patient's facial features. Density at the crown region was slightly less, but it will be enhanced in the upcoming months. It's promising to observe the continued progress in the patient's post-transplant journey. Now, he confidently washes, styles, or enjoys various hair care routines. With each passing day, the emergence of lush, voluminous hair growth further solidifies the success of the transplant procedure." If you are inspired by the patient's journey and also want your lost confidence and youthful look back, then right now book a consultation with our experts.
Next, we have Ravindra at the 7-month stage, where the transformation continues to develop with visible improvement.
Many people believe in this myth: if you are completely bald, a hair transplant won't work. But the fact is, even in advanced cases like diffuse grade 6 baldness, a successful hair transplant is possible if you have a strong donor area and you get your transplant done at a reputed clinic that ensures natural results. In today's case study, we have an incredible patient who faced the challenges of diffuse grade 6 baldness and had a severe hair loss. His hairline had completely receded, the mid-scalp was nearly empty, and the crown was entirely bald, making him look far older than his actual age. Thankfully, he had a dense donor area, which played a key role in this stunning transformation. So, stay tuned until the end of the video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more upcoming transformative videos. After a thorough scalp examination, our expert team meticulously designed a custom-shaped hairline using a precise zigzag pattern, positioning it slightly lower from the middle, exactly 7 cm from the glabella point. But why is hairlining designing so important? Because it is the first and most crucial step in a hair transplant procedure. A well-planned and perfectly designed hairline serves as the foundation for the entire procedure, determining the natural flow and density of implanted follicles. Once the hairline is finalized, the recipient area is carefully marked, and only then are the follicles implanted to ensure seamless, natural-looking results. A poorly designed hairline can lead to unnatural results, while a perfectly crafted one ensures aesthetic balance, facial symmetry, and long-lasting satisfaction. This is why hairline design is the most important part of a successful hair transplant. During the procedure, our experts implanted single and thin hair follicles in the hairline zone to achieve a natural and soft look. At the same time, in the frontal area and mid-scalp, double and triple hair follicles were implanted. These follicles added fullness to these areas, and each follicle was implanted carefully so that it blends with the patient's existing hair. In the crown region, to volumize the natural looking swirl pattern, double and triple hair follicles were implanted at varying angles. This approach provides a natural growth pattern with a seamless transition and complements the patient's facial features. In this case, a total of 5,500 grafts were implanted, all extracted from the patient's safe donor and beard areas, by keeping it safe for further procedure if needed. Four months after the transplant, when the patient visited our clinic for his first follow-up PRP session, our experts observed that the shedding phase had come to an end. At the same time, tiny new hair growth was visible on the scalp, marking the beginning of the regrowth phase. It was anticipated that in the coming months, more noticeable results would start to appear, with the scalp gradually filling in with healthy, natural-looking hair. Additionally, the donor and beard areas had fully healed, ensuring a smooth recovery. Seven months post-transplant, results were outstanding, and noticeable hair growth was visible on the scalp, with the transplanted hairs blending seamlessly with the existing ones. The patient's hairline was now perfectly framed, enhancing his facial appearance. In the frontal area and mid-scalp, voluminous growth was visible on the scalp. However, the crown has also regained its natural swirl shape, making the results appear even more natural. Looking at this progress, it has become nearly impossible to distinguish between the transplanted and native hair, as the newly implanted follicles have blended in seamlessly. The patient not only regained his lost confidence, but also achieved his overall appearance. Now, he can freely choose his haircut and hairstyle according to his preference. After 7 months, the results demonstrate that hair transplant outcomes are permanent, challenging the belief that they might be temporary. If you find inspiration in the patient's journey, you can book a consultation with our experts and take a step towards overcoming baldness.
And finally, our 4-month result showing the early phase of progress as the overall look gradually starts evolving.
Today, we will share our patient's 4-month progress, who is facing the challenges of Norwood grade 3 vertex baldness. This condition caused a receding hairline and temple thinning in a typical M-shaped pattern, which affected his frontal area. Fortunately, his mid-scalp did not require transplantation. However, the area near the crown had also thinned and needed transplantation. Thankfully, he had a strong donor area with healthy follicles, crucial for a successful hair transplant. Stay tuned till the end of the video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The hairline and temple design is a perfect blend of art and science. Our surgeons design a custom-shaped hairline that perfectly resonates with the patient's facial features. keeping the hairline slightly lower in the middle and at the exact distance of 7 cm from the glabella point. Marking of the hairline was done very precisely and the remaining affected areas were also marked. Our experts implanted single thin hair follicles in the hairline and temple zone to achieve a natural facial frame. In the frontal area, double and triple hair follicles were implanted to add volume and density, creating a fuller look. For the crown region, single, double and triple hair follicles were implanted at different angles to create a natural looking swirl pattern. In this case, a total of 4,100 number of grafts were implanted, all extracted from the patient's safe donor zone. One month after the transplant, when the patient visited the clinic for his follow-up PRP session, our experts observed 60% shedding in the transplanted area. At this stage, his donor area completely healed. At the patient's second visit for the follow-up, 3 months after the transplant, the shedding phase was still in progress in the transplanted areas. This is a natural part of the hair growth cycle and plays a crucial role in achieving successful results. It usually starts a few weeks after surgery and can last up to 90 days. During this time, the implanted follicles are settling in and firmly establishing themselves on the scalp. As part of this process, the transplanted hairs begin to shed, which can make some patients feel anxious. But there is no need to worry. This is a normal and necessary stage of hair restoration. Trust the process, be patient, and let the transformation happen in its own time. Four months after the transplant, the patient's hairline and temples were perfectly framed, enhancing the patient's facial structure. The native hairs had begun blending seamlessly with the transplanted ones, enhancing overall density and smoothness. Frontal growth was also visible, showing steady improvement. But this is just the beginning. Complete results will take time to develop. This 4-month mark is only a glimpse of the transformation ahead. With each passing month, the outcome will keep getting better. For now, we have only a 4-month progress journey. This is just 4 months of progress for a Norwood grade 3 vertex condition, and we will continue to share his results in upcoming months. If this patient has inspired you to regain your confidence and youthful appearance, schedule a consultation with our specialists today.
हेलो फ्रेंड्स, अगर आपने अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और ध्यान रहे बेल आइकन दबाना ना भूलें, जिससे हमारे हर वीडियो का अपडेट आपको समय समय पर मिलता रहेगा।